So so when I travel, every time I talk to people like who are doing businesses, I always get this question where they're like, why, like, what's the importance of YC? And like I have my own answers, right? Like the example would be like chatting with someone like you, right? It's amazing to be able to connect with great people and like have these conversations. But for someone like you who had a startup which raised a crap load of money, then you had an exit which was a great exit. Like you didn't necessarily need YC, right? So why did you want to go through YC?
Yeah, I mean, I think there's a lot of different benefits to YC. I mean, I feel like as a founder, like we talked about a little bit ago, like you're always learning, right? And there's like, I feel like you can never learn too much. And so being in a community like YC, you get surrounded by all these people who are really smart and who can teach you stuff. Whether it's the partners or just like people in your batch, alums like you that you meet at like random events. Like it's just a really good community for founders who want to like grow as a founder. I think there's so many different ways to build a startup, right? Like you could bootstrap, you could raise angel round, you could raise a VC round, you could do an incubator, accelerator. And like, I feel like doing a program like YC, you just get so much like lifelong value from
Yeah.
the community and also to help, build your current startup better. So for me, it's kind of like, I think it was a no brainer to like, to want to do it. I think also, you know, because YC is YC, I think a lot of people have had this experience where they wanted to get into YC, they applied and got rejected, and just kept on applying. So that I applied to YC a few times, and I was like, I still want to do YC with this new company, and yeah, so I was glad that I got in and got to experience it, and now, yeah, I think the YC community is amazing. Like you
Yeah.
said, it's just yeah, it's great.
Would you say it was more for the, at least looking back now, would you say it was more for the personal growth than the company growth?
I think it's kind of intertwined. I consider myself like a lifelong entrepreneur. I think I'm just always going to want to start new things. And
Yep.
so, yeah, I think it was just a great opportunity to learn personally. Yeah. My personal like entrepreneurial growth. And then, yeah, for the company, I think I think it's definitely super helpful. I think depending on what type of company you're building, it can be more helpful. Um, you know, and so I think for B2B companies, it's, you just have a bunch of early users, right? Because YC is a community of founders of companies, right? So if you're selling something to businesses, like you just have a great community of people to talk to.
Right. Makes complete sense.